Yeah. All right. Oh, right on, Jojo. I appreciate that. All right, I guess we should get going. What do you stink? Smell like a plant? Hang on, let me close a bunch of windows I got open. Let me simplify my life. So it's just you and me, baby. Get rid of that. I want to keep that, actually. Let's see. I guess I'm going to keep that. That I can kill. And that'll kill. And what do we do? We don't need that. Okay, and no, I don't need that. That's okay. That's okay. All right, we're almost there. Hey, life's complicated. Got a lot going on, yo. Yeah. All right, sweet. Got a whole bunch of windows closed. Oh, you know what? I can close that one too. Sweet. Oh, now it's just you and me. You and me, my sweet baby. All right, good morning. Welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube community of more than 20,000 foreign exchange traders. We gather here today to conduct technical and fundamental analysis with an overriding goal of planning our trades in advance. Trading's risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, never risk money you cannot afford to lose. My name is Wayne. I will be your guide on this thing we call Forex, so let me know how it can help. We have an interesting week. There is quite a bit of news, and yet it's a kind of like, I don't know how you call it, high volatility, thin, low volume week. Lots of traders are already done. They've hit their targets for the year. Others have missed their targets for the year, and they're going to trade like frantic to get, I don't know, they want to make their year-end bonus. So anyways, it could be a dead week. It could be a complicated week. It could be an up week. It could be a down week. There's so much going on. So at least we can handle that together. So just ask questions, get involved, treat each other with dignity and respect, and then let me know how it can help. What do you want? Technical, fundamental, you want me to cover a particular currency pair, all that kind of stuff, just ask in the chat. These webinars are free. They don't cost you money, but they're not actually free. They don't cost you money, but they come with, some cost. You need to subscribe. You need to click the thumbs up button, and you need to leave a comment on the recording. Now, as far as the comments on the recording after the live stream's over, you should document one key takeaway that you learned. Otherwise, you're just kind of wasting time. You have to document to your brain something, even if you've learned it for the 10th time. You need to document what you learned so that you actually remember it. But also later on, when you go into the back office of your YouTube account, you can search for all your comments, and you can find the video where I talk about how the Federal Open Market Committee works, or I talk about yield curve control at the Bank of Japan, and all of a sudden so that you can bring up information on demand. You can customize your experience. So that's what I would do if I were me, so I ask you to do that. It doesn't cost any money, but it does require some effort. But if you want to become a better Forex trader, that's one strategy that will help. Now, moving forward, if you take, let's get going. If we go to, will that come up? Oh, wait, this is, boom, we'll mute that. If you look at the description below today's video, you will see many, many resources made available to you. Most of them are free or cheap. Well, is any of these expensive? No, they're all free or cheap. A Trader's Way is an ethical foreign exchange broker. Why are they ethical? They don't make money by trading against you. They're an ECN, which means the only way that they can make money is, well, they execute your trade, and there's a small fee for that. So it's in their best interest that you succeed, because then you'll trade for many, many, many years to come. They'll provide you excellent service and you'll pay a small fee and they can cover their costs and everybody gets paid and everybody's happy. So they value your education and they hope you succeed. And I'm here to help. So that's cool. Think about it, that it's a symbiotic relationship where your goals are aligned. Cool. So tradersway.com. InvestorBootcamp.com is a community I run. 88 hours of training for $88. 90-minute lecture on investing in the stock market. Sweet. Check that out. You get free review of your technical trade plans and trading ideas, tradeplans.ai. 90-minute lecture on fundamental analysis at QuantBox. The link to my book, that's the most expensive thing, I think. That's, what is it, $50? I promise that I won't sell my next book to a publishing house. Instead, I will self-publish and I will sell it as cheap as I possibly can. Yeah. That's my promise to you. Oh, free Forex training course, so on and so forth. Lots of wonderful things here. Another thing that you probably should be aware of, maybe there should be a link to it, but most days, so you go to youtube.com /@ QuantBox. Most days you will find, where is it? You will find, oh, this one. This should be up. I don't know why it's this way. There is a live stream that's going to be available in a few hours. Yeah. So subscribe here. Make sure you click the thumbs up and leave a comment as well. Please. I'm offering you that service for free. Okay. But as you can see, it's already been done. So you're getting it many, many hours late. But you should consider becoming a subscriber of QuantBox as well. Let's take a look at the world. What do you want me to cover? Please type into the chat a currency pair or commodity or asset that you want me to cover today. So far, we got Kiwi dollar, Euro dollar, oil, gold. Wow. And we got a USD Mexican peso long. Wow. Is that surprising and confusing? Okay. Gold, sure. Pound. Chuck says pound. All right. Morning, Chuck. Ethereum. Yeah, sure. We can do some of that. Saving grace. Crypto, Japanese yen. By the way, we cover some pretty interesting stuff in that QuantBox video that comes out in a few hours. We cover some pretty interesting Japanese yen information. I mean, seriously, if you watch the video, you'll find out how much you're missing in your trading. Most likely, you're missing stuff like this. So I really highlight that you should watch that. So some gold. Boy, you guys are really interested in gold. Okay. And DAX, gold. Okay, let me ask everybody about gold, okay? Let's switch over to the gold. Why do you think gold will appreciate? Is it because people are buying gold or because the value of the dollar falls? Are you buying gold or are you selling dollar? What do you actually think is happening? Meta says selling dollar. Okay. What do you guys think is happening when it comes to gold? Are you buying gold or are you selling the dollar? Please answer. Are you buying gold or are you selling the dollar? Okay. All right, cool. All right, so why don't we zip over there, take a look. We can take a looky-loo, a looky-loo. Okay, so I already have it planned out, so we can go revisit that plan. If I back out here. Okay, the bullish buying zone was quite lower. It was right here. You can see I already have it highlighted. Highlight. All right, so how many people bought it at 1985? As planned. I need to know if this is a new trade for you, a follow-on trade, you ignored that one. Please, okay, please let me know. No, nobody? Oh, a couple of people? You ignored that one? I was late? Yeah, it happens. All right, so now the next technical reason is you see that higher high. Is that right? So the next plan is somewhere off the moving averages or this monthly central. So you're basing the plan, the strategic plan. I'm going to use the real body because the wick is just too much. Okay, the strategic plan is this. So the tactical entry is to try to get this. It's a little dangerous. It's a, I'd rather you be in at the lower support, but that's what you'd be planning. Of course, you never know it's going to work when you take the trade. But you're taking the trade fairly high. My phone's a beeping. Beep, beep. Okay. Switching over to the daily point of view for gold. Okay. You got to be careful that somewhere along the way, what the 55 is suggesting is that we're not far from a top, and it's a second 55 move, so got to be careful. But nonetheless, the idea here is this drop to about 2,000 is a daily 21, which is a buy. If you prefer a Wayne and Nachi, okay, that 50% is probably okay. Now, for those that are bearish on gold, your shot was right here. Now, in this time frame, the market is bullish, but somebody's going to play it this way. Okay, they're going to play dollar strength. I think that's very aggressive, but there's no other way of doing that trade. Okay, now I'm a trend trader, not a counter trend trader, but this is a counter trend time of year based on profit taking. So if you were going to be a bear, I guess you know, playing it like this is a top and this is the follow-on top, that does make sense to me. It's not my style of trading, but that is definitely legitimately there. So for those that are late on the bullish side, that's your risk, that you're just so late that you're in between. By the time you catch your dip, you're right in the middle. What do we know? Like, what do we know? What do I teach you? What's in the training course? Bulls buy here, bears sell here. And so being a bull in the middle is not ideal. Okay? Nice. Okay, cool. Let's have some fun today. Let's have some fun. Let's do a poll. What do you want me to cover next? Question mark. We'll do euro dollar or pound dollar. We're gonna do let's do battles today. Okay. Boom. Let's do a battle. Oh. Boom. We're gonna do battles today because I'm bored. It's so easy. Everybody's trying to please me, baby. So easy, nothing seems to please me. You know it's alright as we fade into the night. Yeah. Sorry, child of the 90s. See me hit you, you fall. All right. Oh, it's close. Can we get a few more votes? Yeah. Marina, did you see Guns N' Roses in concert? You see them live? Axl Rose was always funny because he'd sing in these screechy, high-pitched voice, and then he'd take the mic and he'd talk really low. It was just like, wow. Okay, let's go. All right, well, I guess we're going to end the poll. Was that right? Yeah. Yeah, I saw them probably 3 times, I'm guessing. All right, let's go. So we will do boop-a-doop-boop-boo-doo. All right. All right, so anyways, let's do who won? Pig Dog. Oh, it was close. All right, Pig Dog. This little piggy went to market. Where am I going to go? Where am I going to go? Talk to me. There we go. Let's pull up the pig. The great big pig, the great British pound, see what's up. Okay, I'm going to use the 4H. We're below the moving averages. Whoa, there's some vulnerability to the downside, even if you're a bull. In particular, we've made it through this supportive level. Interesting. Oh, sorry, my phone is freaking out because I keep earning dividends. Sorry. I love those beep, 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 cash. I'm like, oh, look at all the cash. Sweet. Anyways, all right. So we had that supportive area here, and we've already gotten down below. So now we're measuring from the old bottom to this old top. Things that you could do. Well, you could do your Fibonacci levels, and and say, well, we've fallen 50%. That's about right if this is going to maintain bullishness. So I'll get rid of that. So that's okay. It's a little low on the 4-hour, but I imagine on the daily maybe it's okay. So let's zoom in on the daily. Yeah, and so if this is a 50% retracement now, let me delete it. If this is approximately 50% of the, this zone, and then this is where the daily 21 is, that's probably the 66, right? Remember, I changed it. I got rid of Fibonacci. I used the 33 and the 66, bro. Why? Because I can. So anyways, looks like about a 66% retracement. And yeah, so there's still some bullishness here for the longer term trader. For the shorter term, you guys might have like a down day followed by 2 or 3 up days. That's kind of what it looks like. So if we drop into a smaller time frame, is this bullish? No. No, it's not bullish. It's not bullish at all. So now we got a timing issue. Are you a long-term long or are you short-term short? Short-term short, it looks like this. And remember, it can fall a little further because we're only at 50%. It can go as far as to 66. But here's the thing, even if you're on short-term, be careful. If we start the day with a big up, then you get that idea of a potential inverse head and shoulders, right? So you still got to pay attention to here. Right now, this zone is a sell zone. Okay? But if that fails, then we're going to go back to the daily chart, and we see that where we are right now is a 50% retracement from the current high-low. So then this suddenly becomes plausible. Okay? It hasn't happened yet. But you got to be aware that, especially on the shorter time frame, when the stock market opens, if the market is desperate for some up, well, that's what we're waiting for, and then you would get a scenario like that. Hasn't happened yet, though. Okay? But if it does, this 50% retracement suddenly takes on a whole new level of importance. Cool? All right. What do you guys want to cover next? Let me ask you. Start a poll. We can do WTI or Bitcoin. BTC. Let's go. Let's go. All right. We got some votes. Come on. Let's couple more votes. Let's go, 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 go. Move, 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 move. Let's do it. Anonymous voting. 50 of you have broken fingers today. I'm sorry it's Broken Fingers Day. Oh, Wayne, I can't click. I can't click the vote on the poll. I'm too lethargic. All right, too slow. Boom. Done. Once we get to 30 votes, I'm doing it. Let's go. All right. So now what we're doing is my oh my WTI. Let's switch over to the commodity section. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. So I set this up Thursday of last week. Let's zoom in and take a look at the complexity. All right, remember this is an energy complex. Okay, I did a training course called the Energy Complex Made Easy. Okay, so there's the move. Setup was plan A if we get to 70, 76, 70. Okay, plan A is to the up. If it dropped to 69, okay, then we have the second up. Currently, plan A is working. We had the up, the down to plan A, and boom. Okay, we're making a move. Making the music, abuse it, but you can't do what you know. We're on our way to 75. Got to get through the resistance level of 73. But nonetheless, if you look at pivot points, it says 75. Okay? So you should be in just above 70. You should be going for $5. Where you should be interested in jamming your stop is right in here if we can't breach to the upside. Okay, so there's our target. And I'll remind you, look, it was Wednesday or Thursday of last week that we did all of this. Okay? Yeah. Dude, okay, days ago, the plan was take it up to 75, kick it off of the actual number is 70.6. It dropped to 70.5 because of the psych level, and now is on its way to 75. Now, will we hit that? I don't know, but the trade plan is happening. It's legit. It's happening. Cool. So get ready. Your opportunity, in my humble opinion, has come and gone. And you're at the point where you should be jamming stops and removing risk because of this level of resistance. Now, which also means if you want to be a bear on this, you waited to sell a higher high. I don't understand your plan. That's not the right place to sell. So that might be really good for bulls. Just like that would be a lousy place to sell. Like, why didn't you sell it earlier? That's the part I don't get. Why didn't you sell it at 72? So this is, I would say the probability is this is on its way to 75. Okay. Cool. Nice. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right. What should we do next? Let's do Aussie dollar. Wait, what is it doing? Oh, a Q&A. I don't want a Q&A. What the heck is a Q&A if you have a chat? Start a poll. Okay. Next. Aussie dollar or USD yen. Aha, that's an interesting mash. All right. I'm only going to wait for the first 30 votes. If you're slow, you don't get counted. Not my fault. We're not waiting for the slackers. First movers get the control here. This is your live stream. This is your live stream, not mine. Come on, 27, 3 more people. Done. Oh, some people unvoted. All right. Well, I guess if you hesitate, you lose. All right. USD yen, USD yen. Let's do it. It's so easy. All right. USD yen. Here we go. Ole smokes. Okay. All right. So let's get rid of this. This is me planning out the drop before it dropped. You're welcome. You're welcome. In fact, we prepared probably 2 weeks for the drop, and then it dropped 1,000 pips. You're welcome. All right, so where is we now? Let's see, what do we got here? We're way down here, like, it's not even like a real number. It's an imaginary number, this S3. We didn't actually hit it, but we got very close. And when we're at S3 or R3s on the upside, it's extremely rare to go beyond. In fact, you would never plan for an S3. You would never plan for an R3. But every once in a while, the tsunami just carries you to a land far, far away. But these numbers are like these are the exit numbers no matter what. Okay, these are definitely, so this gets complicated. It gets really complicated. So anyways, previous low, okay, could this be a bottom? Yeah. However, there's a complete different world now. The Bank of Japan is expected to raise interest rates. The Federal Reserve is expected to cut lower interest rates. So more than any time before, we're sort of likely to do this, more likely. That move, this general move, let's say, is very unseasonal, but it is now the new fundamental reality, plausibly. I'm using technical analysis here to outline this zone. Okay. But we're at such extreme levels, it's really hard to play. I would look at things like this. I would look at the 21. I'd look at the M3. I'd look at the central pivot. That's all January. So you could, right? So there's, what would you say? 2 likely places for selling in the next few days, right? Selling off of the daily 5, selling off of the future 21 roll reversal at 144. So like, let's say 50 pips up, dump it. 130 pips up, dump it. Maybe, right? Maybe. And by dump it, I mean you're here, you know you're on the daily 5. So on a 15-minute chart, look for prices to do this. And when you've recognized on a 15-minute chart that now we're going down here, you're starting a little red candle that could end up into a red candle followed by a new red candle. Okay? That's what you're doing. Okay? I don't know, by the way, I don't know if you can hear my phone, but my phone's just going ape crazy. Just all kinds of things going on. What is it? Amazing. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. Sweet. Well, it's, right? Anyways, nice. You see? And then failure will be a very, failure to do any of this becomes informative, but we're a long ways from getting this back bullish. Unless you're, aggressive and you have some inside information. But I don't know. That's how I see that. Okay. Changing in the central bank policy. Okay. Don says like maybe January, but like I did a QuantBox video. You guys should probably, well, subscribe to QuantBox. It's $79, dude. To know what's going on in the market. It doesn't seem to be too much of a price. We cover it, and Don Pablo says, maybe in January. Well, we don't. At least check out the QuantBox video today. Okay, your maybe you might change your maybe. You're like, well, maybe this, maybe that. Maybe you'd get rid of the maybe and say, well, I have some solid concerns. Okay, we have an upcoming Bank of Japan meeting, and nothing is likely to change, but nonetheless, it's an important meeting because we're looking for something. It's just that the market is looking for something. Okay? Well, Denise, I don't know. They have to tell us. But think of it this way. What if the Bank of Japan pulled it off? What if finally, after 30 years, Japan is climbing out of deflation? then they may need to change policy. Otherwise, the current policy damages more than it helps. So, Denise, it's more like, it's not our job necessarily to think about why they would change. We're here to gather information when they tell us. Okay? And if they're telling us they're going to raise, then that's as far as we need to go. Okay? And there's some complexities to running an entire economy. And negative interest rates might do some damage. So moving them to 1% from negative 0.1, okay, and I'm talking about over the next 18 months, going from negative 0.1 all the way to 1.0. Now, they haven't told us 1.0, but they have told us 0.8. But anyways, if they do it, it's because they see it, obviously, as fixing some other problems that occur when you're negative. Okay? And having interest rates at 0.5 all the way to 1.0 in Japan historically has been fine. Okay? Especially if the world over the next 5 years is going to dramatically recover from the COVID crisis. If we are thinking 5 years ahead and China is recovering and Australia, New Zealand economies are exporting natural resources to a growing China, and the United States is doing its thing and Europe has recovered. And, like if you're looking at it on that time scale, it might make a lot of sense. Like I think at one point I was paying 1.25% to borrow Japanese yen, but New Zealand was paying me 8.25%. And, so, like, it's hard to imagine going from negative to 1 or even negative to 0.5 for Japan, but it's actually quite normal. That might actually be, let's say, the normal, natural rate, rates for Japan. And so maybe it's time to go back to normal and less accommodative and just have 0.5% interest rates, right? So anyways, yeah, cool. Can I help you with anything else? How can I serve you? You want to do the rant? Sure. Okay. Here it is, sorry. Zloty. Polish zloty. So I have Euro Rand. Can we do that? Okay, we're at the monthly central pivot. Okay, so when we look at the pattern, Johnny, okay, M3, S1, central pivot, down to M1. I planned this out 2 weeks ago. Okay. Nice. You forgot about it, huh? Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, there's a peso, right? There's the peso. Got to move that out a little further. And I planned this one for you as well. Looks like we're well on our way. There's the Wainanachi double top at the 33. And we're taking this down quite a bit. And then I have a capitulation around 13. Cool. It's all been done, y'all. Euro Aussie. I'll pull that one up only because I think I'm on one, aren't I? Don't I have one of those? Yeah, I do. All right, so let's go from weekly to daily. And I don't know, can I move my stop to break even now? I'm short at 65. We're at 62.50. So I have 250 pips on it. So I'll move my stop to break even. Cool. Back out a little bit. Viva la libertad! So anyways, that's where we are in this process. Just kind of working its way down. 62 might be a problem. It's actually 61.86. Okay. Cool. All right, so let's do one last sort of challenge. All right, let's do one last challenge. I will do a poll. No, yeah, I'll do a poll that asks you to vote. I'm going to ask you, do one more. And I'm going to put down, I'm just going to do one more. Wayne's choice. Okay? Yes or no. And I want to see more than 50 yeses or nos. You can say no, I'll still do one. I want to see at least 50 responses. And if we can't get 50 people to interact with the stream, then we're done. While you're doing that, I'll tell you a cool story. 6 months ago, I took some beautiful coffee beans, beautifully roasted coffee beans, and I put them in a airtight humidor, and I put a humidification pack in there to keep it at 70%. Because the coffee beans are so dry, they're already been dried out. So I was worried that if I just put cigars in with coffee beans, that the coffee beans would suck all the moisture out of the cigar, which is at 70%. So I put in a humidification pack at 70%, put cigars that had rested at 70%, filled the airtight humidor with beautiful coffee beans, and I closed it up for 6 months. Well, yesterday was the 6-month anniversary, right? And I opened them up, and guess what happened? Because the cigars were at 70% and the humidification inside was at 70%, and the coffee beans didn't absorb anything, what happened was the coffee sucked the oils out of the coffee beans. And they were like almost glossy black tobacco. Not black, but dark brown, oily. Oh, beautiful. Almost like leather. Like beautiful, fresh leather cigars sitting there for 6 months. Oh my God. So I'm looking forward to trying one to see if it worked out. And we got exactly 50 votes. How funny is that? Really? Exactly? Not one other person? I should have said 52. All right. I will do one more. Thank you very much. Okay. Also 6 months ago, in an airtight humidor, which I've kept at 80% because I like moist cigars, it's been sitting in French cognac. An atmosphere of 80% moisture, and the moisture is French cognac, and the cigars have sucked the cup, little glass, and there was, dude, I put in a whiskey glass, so imagine the size of a whiskey glass, and I put in an inch of French cognac, expensive French cognac, and the cigars have sucked up through just the moisture in the atmosphere of this French cognac, sucked it up, and the cup is bone dry. Oh, I'm going to smoke those. How interesting. All right, so Wayne's choice. I don't even know what I want to do. I think it should be crypto because quite a few people asked for crypto. So why don't we do a crypto? And why don't we do not Bitcoin? I mean, let's look at Bitcoin for a second, but then let's go Ethereum. Okay, so Bitcoin dropped, has made now a lower high, so you got to be careful. But we are now in support. So what this identifies is where bulls will buy and where bears will sell. So a bull can buy a double bottom. And now that we have a Monday open and you're at M2, bulls can now buy it and take it north, up to 45,000. Okay, that is in play. That is very plausible. That's how a bull would see it. A bear's going to say, "Niet," and you're going to do one of these as a bear. Okay, so a bear's sort of like in this zone around 43. And then a retest of 42 after a lower low. So bears are doing it this way. And bulls are going to play it this way. Up, 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 down, down, buy. Okay. And it's very mixed message here. Lots of mixed messages. Remember, this is the end of the year. This is the last real trading week before the big Hail Mary of the actual last trading week, because next week is vacation week. So really, you got to make your money now, or you're going to wait for, the 30th of December kind of thing. And so, you're going to get mixed messages. There's definitely profit taking happening, and there are traders that are definitely going to try to take it north. Both are very likely, and we don't even know who's going to win this race. So whatever you do, bulls buy low, bears sell high, and people that trade in the middle are pigs, and pigs get slaughtered. So buy it low or sell it high. Okay, great. So let's move over to the ETH, do some Ethereum, and let me back up a little bit. Okay, and this is now a role reversal zone. And the most aggressive bulls on Ethereum are going to look for this idea. We're one standard deviation below the daily mean, and we're approximately at the daily 5 EMA. Or no, wait, that's a 21. Let me just double check. Let me zoom, and a boom, boom. Yeah, it's a daily 21. So it needs some up. It needs some up today. But it just might. We'll see how when the stock market opens in a half an hour or so. We'll see if it takes it north. So right now we're waiting at support for the stock market to open. And if we have a risk on day, you'll see it on ETH. Okay. So there we're here and waiting. And so what you might get is you want to see the volatility swing that way, but you also want to see the SPX go up. And you want to see the 10-year yields fall. which means, buyers. So anyways, thank you for being you. Thank you for being special and unique. Your mother is correct. So, one last time, please click the thumbs up button. Let YouTube know this is quality content. Also, I implore you to leave a comment on the recording. I will stop this stream and you can leave a comment. All you have to do is wait 10 seconds, refresh your page, and you can leave a comment below the recording, below, not in this chat, below the recording. Did you learn one dang thing? I hope so. Please document it. Peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May your profits be above average.